Hi guys, we're back with another video. In today's video, we'll be discussing Fantasy Hockey Week 2. Well, not gonna lie, EA did a really good job, and this week is much better than the previous week, and I think everyone who had their coins saved now will finally be able to spend them. Before we jump into the video, if you could like and subscribe, it would really help me a lot, and thank you guys for watching the video. We are really getting closer to the 1K subscribers on YouTube, and as you know, that's the goal for this year. So let's not lose any time and jump into the video. Okay, the players of this week obviously is DAHLIN, DOBSON, Strom, DEBRUSK, Sider, Bobrovsky, Point, Nylander, MOSER, Lindstrom, YAGER, and MCCALLUM. These are the players you can get in a choice pack with the 30 collectibles. You can also pull them in the packs. Like, it's obvious that DAHLIN and Sider are must-have. Like, if you have these two guys in your lineup, I'm not gonna lie, your defense will be really strong all year long because these two guys will score a lot of goals. So we will quickly go through every single card just to see who is like worth taking and who I would probably skip if he's in your choice pack. Okay, the first one would probably be KALE McCullum. Left defenseman, plays in Europe. He had one of the best synergies in the game, which is Thief. He also had a 1T superstar ability. It's not a bad card, like, but he potentially needs to score at least 10 goals to be usable. Also, considering the defenseman goes up by 2 in overall every single time they score, they still need quite a lot of goals to be useful. So I personally don't think this guy is must-have, but if he's in like your favorite player or in the league you follow, then why not? But other than that, I don't see anything really special about the card. BRAYDEN YAGER, a 17 years old Canadian who plays in the European League. So he have Snipe, which is very useful this year, at least for me, and also he had one of my favorite synergies, Dangle City, this year. The card don't look anything special, but like I always prefer the right-handed centerman, so I think he's like young, and I believe if they gave him a card and like 73 overall already, so I believe that this guy is scoring quite a lot of goals. So he may be the card we may skip, but he end up like going up in overall quite quickly. He's pretty small for a centerman, so that would probably be the only reason I would say fine. William Nylander. There is not a lot to say about the card. He had applesauce and elite edges. I never personally liked Nylander's card ever because he's really small. He reminds me of Panarin or Patrick Kane, who's being bumped off the pack, or similarly to Mitch Marner, to be honest. He's a really good player, don't take me wrong, but if I would have him in the choice pack and there would be someone else, I probably would skip him. But if you're a Maple Leafs fan, then I don't see any reasons why you should not take the card. On the 75 overall, he already have 83 speed, and obviously that's because of the size. The only reason why you should take this card is because you're a Maple Leafs fan or him in particular. Other than that, he's just too small for me. BRAYDEN Point. He's already a usable card, and even when he's small, he have a quick draw, which is very helpful for a center. With a 78 overall, he already have 74 faceoffs, so I think with quick draw it even helps. This is the guy who will 100% score a lot of goals if stays healthy. So if he's in your choice pack, I don't see any reasons why you should not take him. Again, obviously depends who you got, or if you pull him in a pack. Then again, I would give him a try because this is like a guaranteed 99. DEBRUSK, I really was 100% sure that Bruins will get a Evo card. I don't know why, but I just think that like they always get that little love from EA, to be honest. He's quite big for a left-handed winger, but like I think there are just better cards out there. If you pull him, I would sell. I don't really see a reason why to keep him. Also, guys, if you pull any of these cards, don't sell them straight away. Wait until they will be out of the packs and wait until the event will be over, because the only way how the people will be able to get these cards will be through the auction house. So the prices will go up massively. Now they will go a little bit down because so many people are pulling them and too many people like, oh, this card is really bad, so I'm trying to sell it. But if you have a tradable fantasy hockey card, wait at least a week and then put it in the auction house. If obviously you're not desperate for the coin straight away. But if we go back to the card, then he's also like, I think for a 79 overall, he's usable straight away. He's quite big, but I don't see anything special. Like he may, I think he will score quite a few goals, but again, he needs to score at least 7 goals to be really usable. But I just think that there are better left-handed wingers out there in a game, to be honest. Dylan Storm. Like, on paper, I think this is one of the best cards we got this week, because he's big, he's a centerman, he can also play on the wing, he have a solid faceoff stats, he had a really good speed already, he's usable. If you pull him, you can easily put him in the third or fourth line already. He had a tape to tape, which is always good for people who struggle with the passing. Also, he had a gladiator, which is really good synergy this year. Again, I think this guy will have quite a lot of value. Will he score a lot of goals? Depends how the Black House will play this year. I think he possibly could get up to the 90 overall around maybe end of January. He will be a 99 overall card. I just don't know really how quickly. Obviously, it's all based if the guys stay healthy. THEODOR Lindstrom from Sweden. I think this card will be underrated because people just don't know, and people, like, if it's not an NHL player, a lot of people just sleep on him. Like, he's already a usable card. You can put him on the second or even third lineup. He had a good synergies. Like, I really think then Protector is also one of the good synergies this year. Zone Superstar ability, Heat Seeker. I really don't use it as much. Like, maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below if it's usable. I never even activate it, to be honest. According to his previous seasons, he's like a goal scorer. So if he scores 10 goals, he's definitely a must-have card. Let's say even if he scores 5, and I'm 100% sure he will score 5 this year, he's already a really good usable card, like 92 overall. A defenseman, so I think actually he will get there quite quickly. If you have him untradeable, I would keep it. If you have him tradable, I would keep him in your collection and sell once he's out of the packs, because at the moment he's going quite cheap for compared to everyone else. But I think people just don't realize that his value is much higher than he actually is on the auction house now. Moritz Seider. Well, not gonna lie, I was surprised to see him second year in a row. I'm really happy that he got a card. I had his fantasy hockey card last year. He did not score as many goals as I was expecting, but because of like his build and how big he is, and I think he'll really step up his game this year, he's like one of the must-have cards. I don't think I will be lucky enough to pull him in a choice pack, so I will try to buy him. Again, like, if you have him in a lineup, it's probably like a guaranteed 99 overall, because he's scoring quite a lot of goals, and he, like I said before, he's stepping his game up quite a lot this year. So I really like this card. He's young, and I don't see any reasons why you should not give him a try if he's in your choice pack. No, DOBSON. The guy already had like 3 goals this year, so it's a really good point where he's like a real good goal scorer. And again, another card who's like really big, already usable. Like, there is not a lot of big right-handed defensemen out there, to be honest. I think he will score at minimum 5 goals, so there's nothing wrong about the card. Also, people are selling him quite cheap because I just don't think, like, he's not one of those famous names where people's like, oh yeah, this is the card who will score quite a lot of goals. People just don't know, but like if you check his stats from previous year and even how good he's doing now, like I don't see any reasons why you should not choose him in your choice pack, or why, if you can afford him, why you should not buy him. MOSER from Switzerland, plays in the German league. Again, a lot of people just are not like valuing the players from European leagues because they just don't know how they play, so they really think, this is probably the guy who will never score. I find that people who are selling them cheap just don't know that these players may actually score quite a lot of goals and they can go up in overall quite quickly. At least that would happen last year with all the European players. He's not small. He's left-handed winger, so I think he's one of the best left-handed wingers we have this week. So, like, and again, like, he's usable already. Like, his hand stats are not very good, but let's say he scores 3-4 more goals, and I think the card is pretty usable. Again, I have worse cards currently in my lineup, so if I would pull him, I would definitely pull him in my third or fourth lineup. And RASMUS DAHLIN, in my opinion, the best card from all of them this week. Not because he already scored a goal last night 1 second before end of the third, even when Sabres lost. It's because DAHLIN is scoring a lot of goals, and I think this is like a 100% guaranteed 99 overall card, and I think he will be probably one of the first 99s from all of them this year, I would say. If you can get DAHLIN and Seider in the same lineup, like these are the 2 top defensemen in the league currently, in my opinion, because they both are young, and they will score quite a lot of goals. I think it's just phenomenal. You will have a guaranteed 99 defenseman pair straight away. And I know it's really expensive, but I find it cheaper to buy the cards than actually make it, because there is nothing guaranteed. You cannot just go and make him. But seeing eye for a defenseman is really good. Like, Slide the Lamp is not maybe the best synergy, but it's also not the worst. It's very helpful for the defenseman. So if I would need to rank them, then RASMUS DAHLIN would definitely be #1 pick from all of them. Let's talk about the MSPs. Cam Fowler is the first one. He had a speed synergy. He's already a usable defenseman. I think he could easily be your first or second line. Obviously, I don't know your defense and your teams, but I think he's a pretty good card. The issue I found is, like, in 76 games, he only scored 9 goals last year, and so far in 11 games, he didn't score a single goal. So his season is not looking very promising, as you can see on the screen so far. You can also see the previous year's stats, but it may change. Like you never know. Like he just maybe needs like 1 or 2 goals, and then here you go. But like it's really risky. Like look, if you go only by the stats, it's really risky to choose him. I would say. Next one is Joe Pavelski. I think he's really underrated card. Like previous years, he was playing pretty good. Like his X Factor was really bad, don't take me wrong. But this guy is like a guaranteed 99. Even now, in 11 games, he already had 5 goals, and it's only like the beginning of the season. Last year in 82 games, he had 27 goals. So like as you can see on the screen, and like these are his previous seasons and this season's stats so far. The guy is like really a good goal scorer, and I think if we are just looking at someone you think who will go up, not by who is your favorite player, then Joe Pavelski probably may be one of the picks, because he will score the goals, and like as far as he stays healthy, he's definitely going to get 99 quite quickly. Damon Severson from New Jersey Devils. Well, not gonna lie, I even didn't know about this player, to be honest. Like I really like his synergies, zone abilities, and superstar abilities. Again, it's a defenseman, so if he scores, he goes up by 2 in overall. So I actually think that like if I would need to choose between Cam Fowler and Damon Severson, I would probably go with this guy, because he have 11 goals in 80 games last year, so it means technically that would be enough to bring him up to our overall we need. So far he only had 1 goal this season, but like again, maybe he just need a little bit more time. This guy could probably be like a 94, 96 overall card. I don't know if he will get a 99, but I think 94 is probably somewhere like he may be. But again, like if you're a Devils fan, I don't really see reasons why not. And the best MSP this week, I think, is Tim Stützle. Not because he had like really good synergies, really good zone abilities and superstar abilities. I think he's like a guaranteed 99. I think he may be like one of the first ones to get to the 99 as well. 10 games, he already have 3 goals. So it means like if he will just keep scoring, he will go up to the 85, 86, 87 and so on quite quickly. So considering the last season in 79 games, he had 22 goals. I really don't see like why you should skip it. If you're considering to make one of the MSPs, in my opinion, this would be the guy. He's good in the center. He's not big for a centerman, so I would probably use him in a wing because he's fast. And with the elite edges, I just find that if you put the players with elite edges on the wing, it's just more usable. Okay, now my favorite part. Let's talk about the 4 new prospects. They're also in the prospect choice pack, so you will be able to choose between the week 1 and week 2. We have 4 really good prospects. One of them is Kaapo Kakko. I'm really happy that EA finally gave a Rangers a prospect or Evo card. It will make my experience watching Rangers games even more. Obviously, Kaapo Kakko is my choice. I don't really think that like he's the best choice because there are like other players. We will go through every single stat right now. But I really think that the prospects this week are much better than they were last week. Okay, the first one is Alex Newhook. Like, if he's not your favorite player, I don't really know. He had a good speed and he's quite small. He's from Avalanche, so the way how Avalanche plays, there is a big opportunity then the guy will score. But I would not put my like eggs in this basket, and I would not go and pick him as far as he's not your favorite player or Avalanche is not your favorite team and you just watch them anyway. Dante FABBRO from Nashville Predators. Not a bad card. Also, he had a silver shutdown, which makes him even more valuable. He's a right-handed defenseman. And again, we don't have a lot in a game. I always prefer to take defensemen. It's a bigger risk, but like they go up in overall quicker. Like if you're a Preds fan, I would really make sure you pick him up because I think he's a promising young guy, and I don't see why you should not give him a try. Like in a prospect, I really think that you need to pick not the one who is like, oh, this is like the meta, he's like really good, but I just think you need to choose the player from the team like you like. If there is not a prospect card from the team, then maybe then it would be the only reason why you should choose someone else. And Kaapo Kakko. Really happy. Then really Rangers finally get a card. Finally Rangers get some love from EA. Well, not gonna lie, the card looks pretty bad. Like, he's a really big guy. I don't even think he will score a lot of goals. He will be my choice. That's 100% because I'm a Rangers fan and I was asking for the cards for so long and I just cannot say like I'm not taking him. It will make my experience watching Rangers even more now and more enjoyable. I think like he's probably like in the top 3 to choose from this week. He had a pretty good speed. Like he's a winger. He can play on the right wing and left wing. I probably would prefer him on the left wing instead because It's just because he's a bigger guy and he's a left-handed. It depends how you build your team this year. Elite Aegis is a helpful synergy. With his size, I really would like to see how it plays up. Last season, he didn't score barely anything, and I don't think this year he will score quite a lot. Again, he's in the top line now with the Kreider and the Benager, so that may change. They may create a moment for him. But like, until he will be usable, and because he's only 75, he needs at least 10 goals. I don't see him scoring more than 10 goals this season. So I really don't know. Like, I really want to have him, so I may do the prospect choice pack and try to get him there instead of choosing him in my prospect pack. And the number 1 pick this week would be Calen Addison. He's already usable defenseman. He had 88 speed. Like, he had maybe not the best synergies, not the best zone abilities, but like, this guy will 100% score quite a lot of goals. So he will go up in overall, and like, from all the prospects, he's the only one who you can actually open the pack today and put him in the lineup. As you can see on the screen, these are all the prospects you will be able to choose in the choice pack. It's up to you. Like I said, I would go with the player you like from the team you like instead of going with the meta players. It's just like, these are the prospects, these are the young guys, and we all enjoy watching them play. So instead of going like, yeah, this is not usable card, he probably will not score all these goals, just give him a try. Like, I don't see any reasons why not, but again, depends how you play the game. I'm trying to have fun and using the players I like. If you are not that type of player and you only want to build your players and your team with highest overalls and just like a meta guys, then probably I would go with Addison. By the way, guys, if you want to see me playing NHL 23 live, or you just have any content questions, or you just don't know who to choose, make sure you stop by on Twitch. I'm live 5 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I hope you enjoyed the video and have a good one. See you on the ice.